So you've decided to have a deck made in your backyard, and you wonder how you can hire someone who will do the job hassle free and you get the value for your money spent. As I promised in my last vlog that I'll be sharing few things which I learnt in this process while I was having this deck made in my backyard. There are few things which you can keep in mind before you actually give a call to decking builder. My first advice, always take at least 3 quotes from different builders and check their business page reviews if they have any. With my experience, I learned it's always good to check out their credentials first and if possible go by word of mouth or recommendations by friends. You don't want after paying some advance they are not meeting the deadlines or they are giving some sort of excuses for not showing up. Ask me, Wallah Habibi, I had such experience where guy took the contract and never showed up because he got a bigger job. So always set payments as you go along the decking and have them included in your quotation. Before you get into negotiations and hire a decking builder, here are some points for you to check. Timber. Ask your building guy if he's providing the timber or you would be buying it for him. Normally decking guys, they like to buy timber and other products, which is fine. There's no problems with that and it's good to leave the job with the experts, and especially they have commercial accounts with the suppliers, so they get good discount. But it's always good to check what sort of timber he's providing and what sort of thickness and dimensions he's gonna give. Make sure he's mentioning the timber quality and dimensions in the quotation so that you can compare all the quotes. Now the confusing part, what sort of timber we should use, as timber comes in different grades and different sort of thicknesses. So check out what's available in your nearby market. Since each timber comes with different sizes, different dimensions and thickness, we have a few timber available in New Zealand which I'm gonna talk about. The first of all is Birch grade timber. Birch grade pine timber is a standard timber and typically used by people who care about budget and where budget is an issue but appearance is not that an issue. This type of timber has more knots and imperfections compared to premium options, but it still looks good and comes at a lower cost. In New Zealand market, Birch pine timber comes in 2 different dimensions and sizes, and this timber has got one side smooth side and the other one is grip tread. Premium pine is a top grade timber and normally it's without knots. If appearance is important factor for you compared to budget, then this is the better choice. And they do come up to 40 mm thickness. This comes in different sizes and thicknesses. We prefer to have at least 35 mm thickness. The next one is koila. Koila is you can say high quality, durable and hardwood. And it's one of the rare wood in New Zealand, and especially when it comes to appearance. And if you are really conscious about the appearance, you can choose koila wood. But mind you, it comes with a very high cost. Normally it comes in 20 mm thickness and it's quite strong, durable and excellent stability. And normally it comes with the gold to red brown color of timber. There's another type nowadays you get to hear, it's called composite decking. It's modern decking, but compared to wooden decking, it's expensive and used in places with lots of moisture. If you're in South Island or snowy area, or you have house where you got swimming pools, then yeah, go for it. Who cares about the budget then? It is important that your decking is done with treated timber. So our premium pine decking was treated and normally it says H3.2. Basically it's a pressure which is used to treat the wood or treat the timber to protect them from fungus or decay and so that they are long lasting. The next point which your quotation should have, that how many posts will be used for your decking. Post is usually a piece of timber 4x6 which is set vertically to support the deck framing. Posts can be cut below the deck level or above the deck level to support deck railing. Next important point, joists are the repeated timber structures to basically form a frame. Make sure that they are adding how many joists will be used for your decking area. And of course, they have to mention how much area they're going to deck. Depending on the footings and beams, he will advise you how many joists. So make sure when you're comparing the quotations, all the quotations should have the similar sort of joists, post and timber.
And not to forget, make sure the screws are stainless steel screws so that they don't get rusty, and have them included in the quotation that how many of them will be used.
Also important is to find out if they are laying weed screen or weed mat. So don't forget to check with your decking guy if he's laying commercial black sheet, which is your weed screen or weed mat, to protect grass to grow under your deck. So varnish and stain is to protect the timber from UV exposure. So varnish kind of seal the timber and it protects them from weathering and foot traffic. You can also check if after the decking is done, will he be doing the staining or varnishing for you, or are you supposed to do it? So if he's doing it, then have that mentioned in the quotation so that afterwards there's no issue. If you're planning to put lights on your deck, or if you have electrician plan, make sure you're passing on the plan to decking guy. Make sure your decking is not covering the house breathers. House breathers are specially made when the house is constructed. Breathers provide ventilation to wall cavities to protect dampness. So make sure you are avoiding the construction up against the weep holes, and if you construct, at least the decking guy is leaving some space for the air to flow. I hope you find this video useful and these points comes in handy whenever you are calling your decking guy. And if you find this video useful, don't forget to give thumbs up. Thank you. Bye bye.